If you had $1,000 to invest and you had to invest it somewhere, where would you be investing it? And how would you be like the general philosophy towards wealth creation at such a stage? If you had $1,000, how would you be thinking about creating wealth for yourself?
A couple of things. Averaging into either an ETF.
What's an ETF?
ETF, exchange traded fund. So it treats a group of stocks like one stock. So ARKK it's 36 stocks, but you can buy them by purchasing ARKK.
And you can do that on your mobile phone by downloading.
You can do it on your mobile phone.
A bunch of different apps that allow you to just buy that one ETF, which means you own 35 stocks.
Yes. And
your team are basically choosing what those 35 stocks are.
Yes.
Based on your research.
Right. And ARKK are our highest conviction stocks, and they offer an exposure to all of the innovation platforms that we've talked about. Whereas ARKI here in Europe is focused primarily on artificial intelligence and robotics, because we think that convergence is going to be pretty explosive. What you don't get there, and you do get in ARKK, we also have in another very focused fund, ARKG, which is really healthcare applications of AI, and other healthcare names that we think are going to be pretty transformative in the new world as regulators really understand how important AI is going to become to discovery, research, trials, development, to diagnostic tests, and to curing disease.
Another question popped up, which is about Ethereum and these other cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Do you invest in any of these others?
Yes, we have, in our public funds, we've put them, I don't think we can own them here in the UK yet, but in the US, we have them in some of our funds, both of them. They're key to the financial services revolution. So to get people to understand and feel comfortable with that, we don't call it the crypto revolution. It's the digital assets revolution, and it's simply the finternet, the financial internet. Okay, so we do.
And do you believe, are you more bullish on the price potential of Bitcoin than Ethereum?
Yes, we think Bitcoin is the biggest idea. It serves the three revolutions. Global monetary system, they do not. New asset class, they are part of a new asset class, but Bitcoin's going to be the biggest. And new technology, it's the most secure blockchain technology out there.
What about all these others, Solana and all these other?
So Ether and Solana, so the big three are the big three. And we think they'll all be successful, all three of them. Bitcoin the most. We're very interested in stable coins, but that's just like cash. And there are millions of crypto assets out there. We think most of them die.
Is there any way to invest in stable coins? Like, how do you invest in the
So
stable
indirectly, right now, it is through Coinbase. They have a deal with Circle. Any revenue that Circle generates, its stablecoin is USDC.
Yeah.
Any revenue, they split 50-50 in US. Circle itself has announced that it is going public, and so we're looking forward to that.
And what's the sort of psychology or mentality one has to adopt to be a good investor?
Depends what you've bought. If you buy a strategy like ours, which would be in the aggressive growth strategy, put it in, averaging in over time, just like with Bitcoin, as I mentioned earlier, averaging in over time.
What does averaging in mean?
Averaging in means, buy a little every month, maybe every payday. I think one of my daughters was buying Bitcoin every week, but not a Bitcoin. She couldn't do that. A Satoshi, and close your eyes. This is a long-term investment. If we're right, according to our analysis. Now, this is our research, our analysis, no promises. We can't do that. But according to our research, the technologies around which we have centered our research and which have focused our investments, we believe, will go up more than tenfold in the next 5 to 10 years. And that's how much explosive growth we have ahead of us as these technologies converge and create incredible opportunities for investors. And, I'm hearing a lot of people, as they get into investing, of course, they have their day jobs. But once they have accrued enough, they're making choices about dialing down their day jobs and spending more time investing. You asked, what are some of the jobs of the future going to be? I think individual investors are going to be providing for themselves if they are investing on the right side of change.
So if you're right, that means that by investing in your fund, I'd make 1,000% return, roughly.
Yes, no promises, but this is all based on research, and you can find it in our Big Ideas. Big Ideas 2025 is on our website, arch-invest.com. And you can find a lot more information about our funds on arch-funds.com.
And I should probably say this is not investing advice.
It is not, and I want to make sure. Do your own research.
You can lose all of your money.
Yes.
You can lose all of it if you decide to do any of these things.
But that's why we put arch-invest separate from the fund site, because that's just research. Learn what you're investing in, or learn why we've invested the way we have. That's what we do all day long. Is we try and help. Well, first of all, we're doing the research. We are making the investments, but I think one of the most important things we do is communicate what we're doing and why we're doing it.